George Clooney, Mick Jagger, Elizabeth Taylor, Leonardo DiCaprio. For more than 40 years, Hugh Hefner has opened his home to some of the most prominent people in the world. A-list celebrities and world-famous political figures who come there to enjoy the hospitality and the privacy that only the Playboy Mansion can provide.
We do have a wide variety of guests that come here. You'll have someone like Jack Nicholson, which you would expect to be here at the mansion, but then you turn around and here we have Reverend Jesse Jackson. So you never know who you're gonna run into.
Back in the 80s, it was open property 24 hours a day. The places here, like the tennis court, the gym, the grotto, we still get a lot of our old-time celebrity guests that are allowed to use those. But now, generally, you got to call ahead and not just show up at the gate.
During the 1980s, even Michael Jackson could be found at the mansion on movie night or visiting the zoo.
He came up here to watch movies because he wanted the privacy. And I had to escort him into the movie through the back way and then escort him out same way before the lights came on.
Those closest to Jackson know that the King of Pop even modeled his Neverland Ranch after Hef's Holmby Hills estate. But very few know about the night in the late 1970s when Michael brought a very special friend for an evening of fun in the infamous Playboy Grotto.
It was Tatum O'Neal, and they wound up in the grotto, but in bathing suits. It was his first date. He actually talks about it in his autobiography. I don't think anything naughty happened.
Faint traces of another secret visitor can still be seen today on a Matisse drawing hanging near the mansion's dining room. If you look closely, you will see a tiny repair where music legend John Lennon snuffed out his cigarette.
He had a little too much to drink, and he put a cigarette out on the iron on the wall, and that upset one of my friends. But it was during a troubled time when Lennon was out here on the West Coast, separated from Yoko, and not in a very happy state.
I'd be kind of a little miffed if someone messed up my artwork, but it is John Lennon, and so now kind of like that piece will forever be known as for what he did.
John Belushi was here. He used to go up on the staircase and do his famous fall down the stairs, to the delight of just about everybody that was here.
No, keep playing. I just want to see if the whistle was working, that's all.
Bill Cosby would come in if he had business in town. In some cases, this was like a little boutique hotel where we catered to exactly what everybody wanted.
The Playboy Mansion has also housed several long-term guests. Actors Tony Curtis and James Caan and writer Shel Silverstein have all called the mansion their secret second home.
I do think there is a safe harbor aspect to the Playboy Mansion. But there was certainly a time, particularly in the latter 70s, when drug use was commonplace. And some of my dear friends got lost in that. And during their recovery period, this became a halfway house.
Of course, the celebrities come here because it's a place they can come to that's private. And we try to keep their visits here, under wraps.
For Hugh Hefner's lucky guests, nearly any wish can be fulfilled at any hour of the day or night.
Can't you help you?
The mansion's run like a hotel. That's the best way to really describe it. We have a butler staff, we have a housekeeping staff.
All right, you got it.
If I was hungry any time of the day or night, I could call Zero and I could get whatever I wanted. I could ask for frickin' steak and ice cream and frickin', chili cheese fries all on one plate, and they'll do it.
It's amazing how fast you can get used to it and then get spoiled.
If you want the crust cut off your grilled cheese sandwich at 4 in the morning, all you have to do is press that little button. And, you know, it's the kind of life people dream about.
There's nothing too extravagant for Hef or the girls. Whatever they ask for, we're going to make it.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
My mother said, you know, it's surprisingly quite like a home. I thought that was pretty funny. And, you know, because, you know, people live here. I think that's a misconception. People think, you know, it's a 24-hour orgy and that it's dirty. But it's a beautiful home.
Like everything else in Hugh Hefner's life, weeknights are equally regimented. Monday night is manly night, a time reserved for dinner and laughs with Hef, his brother Keith, and their closest friends.
Gentlemen, be of good cheer, for they are out there, and we are in here.
Tuesday is game night, usually with Hef's girlfriends and visiting playmates.
What a sneaky play. A sneaky play on her part.
Wednesday is card night, a tradition that goes back to the Chicago days.
38? 39. This is a fun game.
Thursdays are usually reserved for family.
Are you ready to go up to the room?
I'm ready.
But it's the weekends that perhaps most typify the mansion lifestyle. Because every night begins with a buffet dinner and ends with a screening of one of Hef's favorite films.
Here we are for House Bunny, and you'll be among the very first to see it. Here we go.
Some say it's like being a part of the best secret film club in town.
Hef is very rigid about movie times. If the movie starts at 6 o'clock, you'd better start getting to your seat by 5 to 6, or the movie will start without you, and he will not be happy.
It's movie time. Okay, boys, you're gone.
People think that it's nonstop naked women running around, guys fornicating, everything bad is going on at the Playboy Mansion. The truth is that it's very quiet, very sedate.
Quiet? Sedate? Even strict? Is it possible that the legends of wild sexual parties at the Playboy Mansion are a myth? Not a chance. Because among the many secrets of the Playboy Mansion are those involving the residence's lavish theme parties. Parties notorious for inviting guests to wear sleepwear, lingerie, or nothing at all. On February 3rd, 2011, 700 people gathered at the Playboy Mansion for a fundraising event. Within 48 hours, dozens of the attendees began complaining of chills, fevers, and headaches. But when Los Angeles health officials diagnosed a few of the cases as being a mild form of Legionnaire's disease, there were many who were quick to point fingers at Hugh Hefner and what they claimed were the polluted waters of the mansion's infamous grotto. Although the cause was not found to be in any way related to the mansion, the rumors stuck, undoubtedly because the wild stories of what goes on at Playboy parties often have their basis in fact.
Anything goes at the mansion, especially when it comes to parties. If you want to take the lingerie off, you want to show your body off, you want to have a good time, perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Believe it or not, creating the guest list for Playboy's sexy soirees takes a keen eye. Guests aren't simply invited, they're selected. Cast with an eye for beauty and glamour, just like a Hollywood movie.
The guest list is pretty strict. You end up with 1,000 people to party. But it's very difficult to get invited if you're a man. It has to be a man with some credentials And if you're a girl, you have to send a picture in. I sit with Hef, and he decides if the girl is okay or not okay, or if the gentleman has the credentials.
Number 2A.
And he'll sit and grade them, A, B, or C. The A's and B's automatically go on the next guest list.
The Playboy Mansion staff handles all party logistics internally.
And we can always make an announcement to the guests, too.
And even caters the event on site. The big theme parties are seasonal. There's Halloween.
My stupid son-in-law.
New Year's Eve. Even Hef's birthday. But the one that really goes out with a bang is the 4th of July party. That's because the Playboy Mansion is the only private residence in Los Angeles with a fireworks permit. Though the Playboy Mansion has become known as an oasis of hedonism, the famous Midsummer Night's Dream Party began with a relatively innocent concept.
Most people know about the Midsummer Night's Dream Party. That started with the idea that Hef and I had of just having a pajama party, but it wasn't like pajamas at all. In fact, I wondered where the clothes were that the girls were supposed to be wearing.
We have beautiful women in lingerie. We have men in silk robes. There's nothing like it anywhere else in the world.
We have painted ladies for Midsummer Night's Dream. I'll do 12 painted ladies for a party. It's standard fare now.
If the guests don't come in lingerie, they're told you're not in the proper attire. You go home, and it doesn't matter who they are, even if it is a well-known celebrity.
See, the bad thing about a pajama party is you have to keep everything in your socks.
When we were younger, Marcin and I would sneak over to the parties. We'd hop over the fence, and security wouldn't know we were in the bushes. Some of the best moments were sneaking around and like throwing things at celebrities. It was a blast. It was so fun.
From playmates and bunnies to painted ladies and celebrity guests, the Playboy Mansion plays host to the world's most beautiful people.
The reality is that the Playboy mystique has been transferred to my own lifestyle and life here at the Playboy Mansion. Well, this is the nerve center of my life, and a wonderful life it is. I wouldn't trade places with anybody else on the planet. I know just how lucky I am.
What is the real secret of the Playboy Mansion? Perhaps the biggest secret of all is that this is the one place on Earth where people's secrets can and will remain hidden. Guarded behind iron gates and lush green gardens. It is a promise kept by one of the world's most private of public men, and a dream that only a few of us will ever share.